Here I have a classic ideas development page. In the middle of the page I've got a 2-point perspective drawing of my speaker, which I've spent a little bit of time over. Around this I've got a variety of 2D and 3D drawings which are exploring the potential design possibilities. I'm using annotations here extensively, both with my arrows, to explore the different materials, potential production processes and functionality changes to my initial idea. Overall, I'm working fast here and I'm trying to effectively communicate my idea as best that I possibly can. Hi guys, we're going to have a go at drawing some perspective drawing today. We're going to do something called 2-point perspective drawing, which is for drawing objects in perspective edge on, which is going to come clear later on. Alright, so if we look at our page first, we're going to draw along or add to this horizon line that's already on the page. Alright, we're going to call that the horizon line, okay, as if you're looking at a sunset. Okay, I'm going to draw 2 points at opposite ends of the horizon line, here and here, which are the vanishing points. Okay, I'm going to label them VP for vanishing point. Okay, so we're just going to keep it simple today and draw some cuboids in 2-point perspective. Alright, so the first thing I would do if I was going to do that, first of all I'd label on my vanishing points along my horizon line, and then I'm going to draw my object down here. I'm going to draw the first leading edge of that shape. Okay, so just a line that's vertical, like so. Okay, that's the front edge of our object. Now, once we draw that first edge, we're going to link up the ends of our line to the vanishing points. One there and one there. I'm going to do the same with the bottom of our line. Make sure that we're lined up with the vanishing point. I'm going to do these lines relatively lightly on my page. Next up, I'm going to draw more vertical lines to finish off my cuboid shape. Okay, let's do one here. And let's do one here. Make sure they're parallel with the rest of my vertical lines. The final step I need to do is link up these lines with my vanishing points again. So I'm going to do that now. Like so. Okay, so that is a simple box in perspective, making it look a bit more realistic and a bit more three-dimensional on the page. Okay, what I could now do is just fill in these lines and make them look a bit darker, jump away from these construction lines here, so they're more bold on my page. Like so. Like so. One technique that's often used to make our object jump from the page a little more is to do these outer lines. So if I can get my pencil, if I can imagine this is a 3D object, could I get my pencil round or my pen round this object? If I can, then I'm going to do that line a little bit thicker. Then these 3 lines I might do a little bit lighter. Okay, and that's going to make my object jump from the page a little bit more, make it look a little bit more three-dimensional. Okay, let's do that one more time nice and quickly so we can remember the steps, and then we'll finish today's lesson. All right, I'm going to draw the first leading edge of my shape. I'm going to link that up to the vanishing point. Let's do it a bit more quickly this time. Doesn't need to go all the way to the vanishing point necessarily, but we need it fairly accurately to the vanishing point. Remember, these lines can be a bit lighter. Like so. I'm going to do the rest of my vertical lines, try and make them as parallel as possible to these two lines there, so nice and parallel. Then we'll do one here, one up here, back to the vanishing point, and there we have it. There's my three-dimensional shape in 2-point perspective. Okay, and we can use this technique in a variety of different ways, which we're going to come on to in subsequent lessons, but we're going to leave it there today. Thank you very much for listening and watching. That's our final product there.